All right, so we're going to check into some really awesome energy. We're using the Divine Masters deck as well as the Archangel Power deck, okay? So if you're interested, stick around. We're connecting with the intention to provide clarity and insight, okay? For the highest and greatest good, we're surrounded in divine love, and so it is. I just ask that you ask your higher self if this message is for you or not, okay? All right, so bottom of the deck energy, I've shuffled, these cards are ready to go. I just flipped them over. And we have the Divine Director. This is asking for you to trust the process as well as create space for divine order to unfold. So you might be seeing things fall apart, change direction. Maybe things are coming to light. Maybe things are being reinvented. Maybe there's a call of action to kind of like see where things were done differently and done better, maybe in a different timeline, a different existence even. I feel like this is all for the purpose of creating space because there's divine order that's unfolding here. And there is a process. And I feel like you very much could be connected to this process. You might be part of the process. I do have that Jesus is indicating that there is some sort of acts of service. When you serve, the universe serves you. And again, I feel like this is all connected and related. I also have part of the mission here is to tap into that ancient wisdom and knowledge, right? I feel like there's so much that can tell us how to do things better for the highest and greatest good of all of humanity. I feel like this is where the beliefs make manifest, okay? And so this really requires like higher level consciousness, as well as understanding that thoughts attract and they create your reality. We also have Hathor activation energy. So this is about light activation, acceleration, as well as brilliance and you standing in your light. And this is very much part of your purpose here. Okay, so that's just kind of what I have on the bottom of the deck. All right, and then the bottom of the deck of this energy is the Magician. And this is saying that you can manifest the life that you want, okay? That is what you're here to do. You're here to hold the light and manifest and help others manifest too. What you need will magically appear. You have this very strong connection to the divine. Successful beginnings are near, okay? And then after that is the 10 of Pentacles. There is so very much to be grateful for. Yeah. Financial success and the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. So this is like living the good life, right? This is about manifesting this existence, okay? And not contributing to the chaos and the discord and things that don't need to actually be part of our reality anymore. So this is kind of like you creating, you know, the outcome, right, that you would like to experience. There is some sort of like wisdom and objectivity. Okay, I feel like they're important. This is you staying in your integrity, doing things from a place of integrity. This is also about a situation that might call for an honest and open communication. So I feel like this is someone who speaks the truth, very authentic, very principled, rational, ambitious even, as well as respected in the community. So I feel like this is either being represented as you, or this is someone that might be, I feel like this might be you, or this might be someone that you might be called to interact with in some sort of dynamic. So I do have the 2 of Cups, I have the High Priestess, and the King of Swords. All right, so let's get into what this message can further entail. Sounds interesting with the 2 of Cups and the King of Swords. All right, so let's get some messages from this deck. Divine Masters. Okay, we have Joan of Arc. That sacred activist. It's like that. It reminds me of like the 9 of Wands, which would be like that warrior spirit. You are for sure a light worker in some shape or capacity. Okay, you could be a prayer warrior. Okay, with Mary Magdalene here. All right, I feel like this is a representation of those in the collective here. I feel like you understand that you are a sacred activist and that your vessel is also sacred. All right. Do not be afraid and stand up for your beliefs. You are the answer, and be guided to your purpose. Okay. I feel like there is this enlightenment process that you have experienced. And then I have Bridget, inner fire. We have let your passion lead you to your purpose. What do you feel passionate about? That is what is going to lead you to the Holy Grail, because the Holy Grail is within you. Okay, it's your light. Inner fire. This is you tapping into the seasons, tapping into the elements, tapping into the cycle. The cycle now is, certainly fall. And what happens when there's fall? Like things like even the leaves, they come off the trees, and there's, even some harvest at this time. So it's kind of like releasing things so that new things can come in or be picked. I feel like there is this activation here, like clairvoyance energy. I'm getting like your as well as like high psychic awareness. So I feel like these, if things are coming online for you, I feel like they're about to increase. This also could be a call for you to do more development in this area. So most importantly, they want you to trust your intuition, okay? You are highly connected, and they want you to pay attention. You do have sensitivity, and whatever that means for you, okay? I feel like the psychic awareness and the clairvoyance, I feel like this is all being activated. Okay, and it's all for the purpose of what you're here to do. Okay, what you feel passionate about, what you feel called to, what you feel like you need to speak up on, and what you need to stand up for the betterment of community as well as oneself. So it's kind of like, are there ways to do something different? I feel like you're meant to kind of lead the pack. Let's get 2 more. All right, so your abilities are being highlighted. Weighing your options and choosing the higher good. Like everybody has free will choice, okay? You're being asked to, I feel like you've used your free will choice to be a sacred activist in this lifetime, okay? You understand that like all the lessons you've experienced were to bring you to the point of understanding that you're a sacred vessel here, okay? And that you are of service. You are trusting the process, and there's like an enlightened action that you're being called to take. There is you tapping into this inner fire, and I feel like all the seasons and cycles of your life up until this very moment have been destined for you to experience in one way, shape, or form. And I feel like this is all coming to a head. Yeah, and then you're like, bam, I'm activated. So again, there was divine intervention playing out here in this whole plan for you. Again, so this is you choosing compassion, moving forward with grace, okay? I feel like this is allowed for you to have like this higher understanding, wisdom, consciousness, even with Kuan Yin. You understand that there is balance here. You're part of restoring balance. And then I have divine magic, okay? Thoth. The teacher awakens and the student becomes the master. How awesome. I love that. That's great. Thank you. And we're going to keep it there for now and just kind of build off of these 6 cards, okay? All right, so what would help them as they're working on their new beginnings, the end of delays? The Wheel of Fortune is here. I feel like you've transitioned from the fated life to the destined life. A change in direction that offers happiness, okay? And again, like you are that warrior, okay? Awesome. Thank you. All right, what else do we have here? I feel like there were major life lessons playing out in the past for you. Again, like understanding that this situation in the past, it was for it's ended and you're finally free. I feel like you have freed yourself from a very difficult past cycle, okay? And there is new opportunities for happiness, okay? So this is about putting the past behind you, okay? So when you see the 10 of Swords, it means an ending is bringing in a new beginning, okay? And this is clarifying the sacred vessel. You are the answer. You are the answer. Be guided to your purpose. So whatever you, oh, I just realized I missed one. So it's like you now realize that this was for your highest and greatest good, for alignment, for activation even. I'm getting activation. I feel like you will be asked to make a decision. This is like wishing well energy. So it's like, now that you are in a position, okay, I feel like there are some decisions that you need to make. There are other options and opportunities coming your way. Not all of them are ideal. Some might be better than others, okay? So making sure that you're letting your passion lead to your purpose. It says time to make a decision. Be clear on what you want, okay? And take action. A need for maybe cleansing, okay? Make sure that you're cleansing your energy, okay? What else do we have? We have a 6 of Cups. This is talking about maybe children or you tapping into your inner child. There could have very much been some healing as it relates to this, as well as maybe there's some seeing past friends or new friends. I feel like you could be rekindling some relationships. So maybe you're seeing family during the holidays, or you're going to meet up with some college buddies or something like that. I feel like, or this could be like somebody new that you meet that might feel very familiar. Okay. Like you almost like know them from another place or time and you can't put your finger on it. So that also can be it, because this is like a kindred type spirit. And I feel like it's because you've known each other before. So pay attention to those. This also can represent like past energy. I feel like, yeah, because I do have 3 of Swords, and then I have the Hermit energy coming out next. So I would say, you know, divine intervention was here to release you from the past because it no longer serves your highest and greatest good, especially your timeline. So I feel like that heartbreak saved you. It freed you. Okay. You will grow from, you've grown from the situation, and time heals all wounds. I feel like you've been focusing on healing. And I feel like as a result of that, like it very well could have been some inner childhood healing or wounds. I feel like that's been taken care of. I feel like you've been doing this independently on your own with the Hermit energy. I feel like you were called to look at things that maybe you haven't looked at. And this was for your soul's growth, for your alignment, your purpose, your enlightenment. Because it does say like joy through your spiritual growth. And it says be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. So it's like you're meant to help people through certain experiences in life, right? To kind of like get to the other side. I'm seeing like a really like a dark lake energy. And then like there's this boat that appears, and then you see like this Hermit energy, and it's like you pay a coin and then you go across the lake, or it takes you to some sort of bridge. I'm feeling like you might be someone who's like a bridge between. All right. So that might be either maybe you have seen that in a movie, or maybe there's a clip that you've seen about maybe going from one place to the other in some sort of boat. Okay. Where someone is kind of like paddling and there's like a lantern or some sort of light. I do have the star here. So I do feel like, yeah, there is something that is coming to a complete end. All right. And it's time to, you know, take care of yourself first and foremost, as well as like stay hopeful and optimistic and youth-like, like playful, and understanding that like you have such strong faith. Okay. I feel like you share your faith as a Hermit energy. Okay. So again, like this is the student becomes the master, right? Like you went through quite a bit and healed from it. It's like the healer. It's like healer initiation or training or experience gained and wisdom gained and knowledge gained. The Hermit is a master. Is considered like an ascended master energy. So you very well might resonate with working with ascended masters, or receiving guidance or spirit guides, like tapping into that energy and applying it, right? I feel like you might be a spiritual teacher here of some kind. And I feel like your experiences have put you in the position that you were meant to be. And this was divine intervention. Okay? So this would be confirming for some of you that, you know, what you've learned so far is aligned with your divine purpose. And what you've experienced is very much like a release of a major cycle, so that you can be an activist for change. Okay. We do have the Two of Pentacles. It's important to have balance. It's important to make sure that we are putting energy where it belongs and also making it fun. So maybe like lighten up a bit. I feel like there's some prioritization playing out here. So let's see. You might be juggling two different ways of doing things, and that might be difficult. And again, like this can be like being in between, right? Being in the spiritual and the physical at the same time and trying to find balance. That can be a challenge. That can be difficult. You may require a lot of alone time as the Star and the Hermit to recharge yourself. So make sure like you're able to kind of like pour back into your own cup. Okay. Maybe you need to like do things that, you know, maybe go in nature and kind of like recharge your battery. So maybe do something that you feel recharged by, because I feel like your peace, your balance is really important. Okay. I feel like you've been through a lot to protect your peace. So you need to take action to keep it maintained. Okay. All right. So what else regarding this like balance here? Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. All right. So this is you nurturing yourself and those that you love, being practical, but generous, right? Within your means, you know, happy-go-lucky, very mature, very resourceful, very responsible. You have the ability to make anything more beautiful, and you're very practical and you share wise advice. I feel like you come off very grounded, balanced, right? At least you do what you can to maintain this regardless of what's going on around you, right? In the environment. Yeah, and then I have the Hierophant, divine guidance, the search of meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers and friends. So I feel like there could be advice that you give others, or maybe that you receive, that is for the sake of when people are going through their soul searching process, like the ascension and spiritual awakening process. I feel like you continue to consider alternate approaches to things, and you may follow like research, read, you know, or meditate from people who you would consider wise teachers or friends. They're like, keep that up. Like if you follow somebody that you find that connects with you and has good intentions, and the information they're sharing you find valuable, then they're saying like continue to follow that path. Okay. I feel like this is also you being open to receive divine guidance, right? And kind of like tuning the radio. Okay. Finding the right station, and then again, like doing that homework, that schoolwork, that, you know, higher calling work that you might be asked to do. It's kind of like maybe mentorship is a thing, or maybe like life coaching is a thing, maybe energy healing, sound healing, massage, acupuncture, medicinal therapies, channeling, higher education, maybe mystic school type stuff. Maybe there's some sort of call to like higher learning, whether you're providing the learning or you're receiving the learning. I think it's reciprocal. Okay. Again, it's telling me the teacher awakens and the student becomes the master. So I feel like there's like this infinite wisdom of knowledge. So there's like so much to learn and apply is also what I'm getting. All right. So let's see. peace. Oh, release. No. Next one. No. Yeah. Peace. Okay. Beautiful energy. All right. So this is the official release. Okay. Energetics. There is more enriching future coming. Okay. So this is like let go and let God. All right. So I feel like you're releasing. This was divine intervention. If I didn't see anything, like, look at this. We have divine intervention. Okay. And then we have the Three of Swords. All right. And then we have the Death card. All right. So whatever happened in the past, the divine is handling it. So I feel like you can let go now and focus on what you're truly here to do. All right. There's more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. Okay. Releasing the past. Finding peace. Choosing peace. You can be at peace. Beautiful. We love that. All right. What else are we sharing? Queen. Look at this. Queen of Wands. All right. Passionate, charming, brilliant, and very independent. You literally can do anything right now. Fire sign energy. Going after what you want. The ability to attract like helpful people, right? So if you're in need of something, then you pray about it and you align with that energy to come and be helpful, and you create space for that. Again, like this is like, you know, manifestation energy too, right? Queen of Wands. Very tapped in, very knowledgeable, very gifted, very powerful, has a lot of authority. Okay. What else do we want to share? Let's go back to the star energy and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, what I'm getting with this is, I was about to say, like, all of this was to initiate you into your purpose, okay? Every single thing. And then I have the Magician coming out on top of that. All right, so this is, again, like, you can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. So you are about to have a lot of successful beginnings, okay? This is also a reminder that you create your experiences here, okay? And you have free will choice. So be mindful of what you are creating. You have creative accountability. 222 on my timer. All right. Because that is like a mirror. So it's like your thoughts create your reality. So if you start thinking about something or feeling a certain kind of way about something, and then it kind of manifests in your reality, I feel like that you'll see like 1111, you'll see 2222, you'll see like it mirrored. Okay. So pay attention and be mindful. There is this communication that might be coming, or a new opportunity or challenge. Okay. This also could come in like the form of a contract or something that you need to look at carefully to ensure it's in alignment for you. So this would be like something to maybe use your intuition on, your discernment. Page of Swords. All right, so this might require you to be perceptive and analytical, looking at the details, okay? Paying attention to the I's and the T's. Are they crossed? Are they dotted? This is you stepping into your logical mind, but also your discernment. I'm also getting like this very well could be in the form of a communication that you receive, or information, a download even. So I feel like you can trust whatever your perspective is of it. Okay. Again, using your intuition here. All right. And then I have the Strength card. So this is you having strength and grace through kindness. Again, stepping in. This is number 11. Okay. Self-confidence. Okay. Having this self-confidence and forgiveness. Like, this is you understanding, like, you experienced it for a reason, and you appreciate it and you're grateful for it. So I feel like you're no longer in like the woe is me, or, you know, everything happens to me or anything like that. You're like, nah, man, like I legit can create anything I want. So I feel like your perspective on things is different than maybe people that you are used to from the past. I feel like there's a difference of perspective. Yeah, this is the Five of Pentacles. So I feel like, you know, you didn't rely on someone coming to help and save you or to do it for you. I feel like you did it yourself. I feel like no one else can take credit for the work that you have done to elevate yourself, to grow, to evolve, to spiritually awaken and ascend and be in your purpose. The only person that can claim that is you. I feel like they want you to have confidence in what you've overcome and what you have gained, okay, with the Queen of Pentacles in this situation, okay? You're moving forward with grace, okay? First and foremost. All right, yeah, again, new beginnings here. All right, I feel like you have released the past, okay, whatever happened. You have processed it, probably more than you'd like to admit. This involves your childhood. This involves, you know, who did what and how you showed up. I feel like it's like a, you know how they talk about a life review when someone passes on to non-physical form? It's kind of like you did this while you were alive, okay, and kicking. And you went through an ego death. You went through, you know, critical healing processes that you didn't even know you knew you needed. There was just so much here that has been dealt with and released, that had to come to light through difficult means. And I feel like you accepted this, okay? You surrendered all this. And you've made drastic sacrifices because it was the calling that you needed to answer. And I feel like when God or source creator, whatever that being entity is for you, you stepped up and you said yes, and you did whatever it took. Okay. And so this is really highlighting like the Joan of Arc energy for me, the sacred activist. I feel like there were a lot of things unknown to you, okay? And so you had to have faith and trust the process, okay? And as a result of that sacrifice, okay, you are starting a new life, okay? And you're going to be able to be in your purpose and to, you know, do things for the highest and greatest good. And this is you having this beautiful fresh start. This is the Judgment card. And so this is you also having like a forgiving and compassionate review of your past and what version of you were. Like you're no longer the same version at all. Okay. So it's like it's like a new book, new story, new canvas, like new kicks. Like this is new haircut. Like this is like a glow up thing. This is like an energetic thing. This is like you being your most authentic self thing. And I feel like as a result of this, like the wisdom and knowledge is off the charts. This could also represent like you have good communication with the Holy Spirit, with the beautiful dove. I'm also getting like, you know, you have a brilliant mind. You appreciate brilliant minds. You could be self-reliant, maybe even a bit funny, humorous. You're insightful. There's a benefit of experience. A time for your career rather than relationships for some of you, okay? And again, this is you being of purpose, in purpose, okay? Because it says starting a new life, finding your purpose, okay? That's the fresh start here. Your alignment. Giving you the chance to be of service before there's any kind of like other energy in the mix here. I do know that there is a Two of Cups situation later down the line, or it could be part of this, depending on, this is a collective reading, so, you know, each of you might get different information if it was a personal, but I would say generally speaking, yeah, and then here's that, here's this opportunity. This could either be you in your business mindset, but I feel like this is confirmation of being successful and stable and accomplished. I feel like your plans are working out very well, and I feel like professional and financial success and using resources wisely is what you're being focused to. Like this is what you're doing. This is why they want you. This is what they want you to focus on right now. Okay. So again, like making sure that you do have some sort of like maybe you've got some goals and they need to be like detailed out further. There could be some professional and financial adjustments that need to be made, maybe decisions. They're calling for you to use your resources wisely. So there could be a better way of doing something. Maybe look into that. So just being mindful that maybe this isn't the time to kind of like overextend. I do feel like there is this call to, if you need something, if you need help, like mentor or other like maybe resources as it comes to like the home or the family life or whatever that is. I feel like you have access to the resources that you need. I feel like you just have to, you know, ask for what you need. You have the ability to attract helpful people. So I think it's like pray about it and then take inspired action. And I feel like this will help you in the long run when it comes to your family life, your physical reality. The King of Pentacles here. This also can be, let's get some more information. Let's keep going here because I want to know if this is that Two of Cups, or is this career related, or is this like you having your own business, or you just being very financially independent, okay? There is this Eight of Swords energy. So there could be like you seeing things as like, all right, I might want to go a different direction and free myself from maybe my 3D reality, my 9-to-5 job. I feel like this is confirmation you can be free. It's going to require you making a courageous choice to change your situation. So you may not be seeing all the things you need to see. So I feel like before taking the plunge, there's some other things that are needing your attention. Okay. So there might be some other things that might need to be lined up. I do have a Four of Cups. So there could be some emotional things to take care of, but I feel like this is all part of the process. Yeah, it says maybe you're not feeling like this is really fulfilling at all anymore, and you're just like, I'm not sure what to do with any of this. I feel like it's like a settling energy. It's like, what's that word? Maybe you're a bit aloof. I feel like maybe sometimes you need to look for the magic in life. And I feel like this is a reminder to be aware of your own emotions. So maybe you're a bit feeling like, like I'm not really loving where I'm at right now in my life, at my job. I'm not dating, like whatever these things are for you. Or, you know, maybe you're in a relationship and you're feeling like, man, this is not what I thought it was going to be like. I feel like I'm in a relationship by myself, and maybe this is a call for you to see things from another perspective. Like, why don't you deserve more than what you're receiving? Why are you settling for less? I feel like there's some like emotional and mental self-limiting beliefs and feelings and emotions here. So I feel like before there's this big, I feel like this is the end goal, but I feel like there are things that in life we have to deal with, okay? We kind of have to continue to embrace change, okay? And sometimes that's scary, and sometimes we don't know what's outside the gate. And sometimes, you know, we know we're going to have emotional relationships with people, and yeah, sometimes they're not great, but that doesn't mean we can avoid them and not have them. So I feel like in order to be where we started, which very much was like your dream life, right? Your dream experience. I feel like we learn, right, through the relationships and through communication with one another. So I feel like you're working through this. This is energy you're working through. Okay, which is awesome. That's what we want. We want to be moving forward. We want to be making changes. And if you're feeling a bit stagnant, I feel like that's why they're saying like look for the magic, like try to find, you know, the light somewhere, right? I feel like you are, it's like sometimes you have to look a little harder. Maybe there's something that's being presented to you as a gift that maybe it doesn't come across that way initially. I feel like there's also that, like, do you have capacity even? Do you have space right now to take on another emotional responsibility? Maybe it represents a person, like a dating or a partner or another, person to work with, right? Like that you would require to kind of maintain, right? The cups, right? They represent, emotional energy being exchanged or felt, right? And so maybe you're a bit at capacity right now until some things get worked out. All right. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, focus on what you need to focus on. There's no rush. Okay. I feel like this is destined for you to experience. Okay. It's up to you how you get here, which is the 10 of Pentacles. All right. So again, like, there's so much to be grateful for. Financial success and the promise of retirement. So I feel like, you're on your way. I feel like the doors have been opened and you're on your way. All right. That's this confirmation. Okay. A rich and rewarding family life. I feel like it's good to deal with this stuff now because it will benefit you later. Okay. And sometimes, no, we don't want to deal with the thoughts and we don't want to make changes. And sometimes being in our feelings is difficult, but I feel like there's so much to be grateful for. All right. So keep your eye on the prize is also what I'm getting. Okay. And then we have, is this an upright? This is reverse. All right. Interesting. 5 of Wands in the reverse. Okay. So you may have been up against something that you didn't know how to overcome. And there might have been some challenges, but I feel like you were forced to kind of go within so that you could receive the guidance to overcome and the directions and who you can trust and who you can't trust. I feel like there was a lot coming at you at once. I feel like you had to have patience, okay, with yourself, and you removed yourself from drama, chaos, conflict, and any discord. I feel like this is no longer a concern of yours with this being in the reverse, okay? Okay. So I feel like that's behind you. All right. And then I have a 5 of Swords in the upright. Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like, is this their energy? This is the collective energy. All right. This is collective energy. So if you don't feel like you were the one, depending on, what position you were in this cycle with this past energies, right? I feel like there was the need to move away because there was energy you couldn't trust. There was a lot of lies. There was a lot of deception. And I feel like you were called to take the high road in something, okay, where others did not. And you did not retaliate, regardless of the amount of attacks, lies, right, defamation that they took against you, who is somebody who is like not deserving of this abuse. But I feel like you took the abuse to a certain extent and then you removed yourself. Okay, you realized that this is not going to be something that is going to be for your highest and greatest good. So you walked away from whatever drama there was of the past. Okay, you considered to take, I feel like you took the more uplifting approach here. You released your attachment to the outcome. You released your attachment to these people, places, and things, okay, that you released, and you're moving on. So that is what's closing out, okay? I feel like there is 555 is very relevant here because this is 5 of Pentacles, okay? I feel like they may now be at the point where you used to be, okay? So I feel like now they're experiencing the abandonment and the feelings of like, okay, nothing I once knew was true or that I really cared about has the same effect on me anymore. It's kind of like rock bottom energy, dark night of the soul energy, even like an ego death energy. This is kind of like understanding that, like, you're in a difficult position and now it's up to you alone, okay, to figure out how to get yourself out of it and to do it better this time. So this is kind of like a wake-up call, 5 of Pentacles. I feel like this is also going to contribute this dynamic here because this is like physical reality stuff. So again, someone hitting rock bottom is going to be forced to realize their negative thoughts are creating self-fulfilling prophecies. So it's like what you have been thinking, what you project out is actually only affecting you now. You're no longer able to affect others. Okay, so they're now responsible for their own stuff. So I feel like they may be called to ask for help, or they need to seek help in some sort of situation. All right, so 555 would be relevant here. So this could present itself in some sort of loss, okay? There is an Emperor and a Knight of Wands. Okay, I feel like this is energy that is very authoritative, father figure, even, or just speaking to a leader, maybe in a community, or you're the leader. Maybe there are others that are looking for your guidance in some way. Maybe you've got a connection to something that is shared. I feel like the Emperor takes care of an empire, so they're not usually selfish. They're usually thinking of others and the greater good and those that they are responsible for. So I feel like there is this energy of like high level of responsibility, especially when it comes to maybe something that is aligned with your purpose. And I feel like they wouldn't put you in this position if you couldn't handle it. All right. So I feel like you're in this position because you can handle it. This is, as well as like very logical energy. Like you have to make tough decisions, maybe. There even could be like an action that you need to take that's going to lead to great passion. And it has something to do with something you believe in or some sort of cause that you are being called to take action on. This is you instinctively knowing what to do. This is you paying attention to your natural instincts, abilities, psychic abilities even. I feel like this is also speaking about maybe some ambitious plans when it comes to your purpose. I feel like it's going to require you to have some confidence, okay? So you didn't experience this for nothing. Like this was to build your confidence so that you can do what you came here to do. And this Knight of Wands, Knight of Gabriel, is exactly that. It's about being courageous, having enthusiasm and grit. It's saying time to take action, as well as like great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. All right, so this is definitely your call to action if this is finding you, and this has resonated up until this point. Okay, again, I always ask your higher self if there's part of a message or a message, and if it's for you. Three of Wands. Yeah, I feel like there's definitely a change, okay? And so this change is like gonna ask you to take the next step, okay? And they need you to be optimistic about how this is gonna turn out. Like, don't let your fear mindset or any of that run amok. Understanding that like this is gonna be fruitful and prosperity is going to arise from very wise planning, okay? So I feel like everything can be executed and have a great outcome if we apply wise planning. So this would be like, again, like resources being, it's also like tapping into resources for this guidance too. Okay, so let's see what this is. What is this Three of Wands? Okay, interesting. Eight of Pentacles and the Lovers. So Lovers here can represent choices. It can also represent like you making choices from your heart, like choosing things you love. I feel like this is something you love to do. So I feel like that's what you might be moving towards and making plans about. It's about maybe doing something that you love to do. Okay. And so with the Eight of Pentacles, this is like, again, like building that wealth, building that stability, building that legacy. I feel like this is where like hard work. I feel like there's a lot of hard work as a result of where you're at, like Eight of Pentacles, like you're not quite at 10, but you're close. I feel like there's some sort of like a bit of like a new opportunity to get those next two pentacles, right? So it's like the growth potential here. All right. So I feel like there's a lot of growth potential. I feel like you're going to take pride in your excellent work, or someone is recognizing you for this. I feel like practice does make perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. So you may actually be guided to expand your wisdom and knowledge, or you are sharing this with others in some way, shape, or form. Okay, so again, reciprocal energy. And then I have the Lovers. So this is, again, like you making choices from your heart, like doing what you love. Okay, and so this might be a difficult decision because one is very aligned with your purpose, and maybe what you've been doing, again, that you've been balancing out, maybe not so much aligned with your purpose, maybe like the old version of you. So I feel like you're going to have some decisions to make, some choices, and I guess maybe always do things from the heart space. I also have deeply emotional commitments coming in, as well as the power of love. So it's about to get hot in here. Okay. All right. This also, if you are in a relationship, I feel like this is just like an increase of respect, love, devotion. This also can be talking about self-love and you having a positive mindset and letting like the higher vibration of, love and joy and bliss and peace, really kind of be your focus. It is, though, a positive new emotional experience. So this, could be just for yourself, or this could be with someone else. Again, like there is this call to fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. Okay. Also, so you very much could be tapping into some beautiful energy. You might be learning how to access high vibrational energy and be able to share it. Okay, maybe teach, or maybe you're going to learn. Maybe you're going to be the student here. It's kind of like the student is the master, or the student becomes the master. It's like the teacher awakens here. So something's playing out regarding that. So see how that might resonate for you. But it also can be like an amazing relationship on its way. So, and I feel like it's as a result of all the hard work. You very much have something in common between the two of you. So it very well could be like the things that you find interesting, that you read, that you study, that you speak about, that you have insight that you share. I feel like it has something to do with that. Okay, you might both work in the same field. I feel like there's a lot going on. So if you need help, they're saying ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Okay, you don't have to do it all. You may be working too many hours. You may be working too many jobs. You might be just all over. They're like, try to minimize all the things that you have going on. They don't all need to be happening at the same time. Prioritize your workload, whatever that might be. That's at home and at work. I'm also getting, there could be some people pleasing, so keep that in check. Okay. I feel like there's no worrying. They're like, don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight and dare to be different. This is the Hanged Man. Yeah, I feel like you are leaving a major version of yourself, maybe the version you've been majority of your life to some extent, but I feel like there is this like shedding of an old skin. Okay, and with shedding that, it's kind of like, okay, well now you're able to see it from both sides. And so when you have like gained a perspective, okay, from seeing something from both sides or multiple sides or however you want to resonate with that, but I feel like you're going to be able to like, move on. Yeah. And I feel like you're not only are you moving on, but you're in this position of acceptance, okay? And now you observe things. You don't necessarily take them on as your own. Maybe you see things from a much higher point of view or even consciousness, and you're an enlightened being now. And so that has it's like you need to make space for that. I feel like not everything is yours to hold on to. Like you can put down the bag of bricks, okay? Half those bricks aren't yours. So again, I feel like there's this decluttering that might also be happening. That could be playing out in your physical reality. So you may be doing house projects, you may be decluttering, you may be, you know, trying to, again, doing some wise planning here. There's some sort of like guidance that you are being given, and it's like calling you to do certain things, look certain things up. Maybe you're searching for things that maybe you, topic wise, you're like, you know, like I don't really know what this is, but I'm gonna look it up. I feel like there's a bit of that. Like you could be researching. I feel like you don't need to go through everything alone. There very well could be somebody who is very burdened here, or may tend to burden others with their own stuff. And I feel like they may now be going through some sort of awakening, and may be going through some sort of like difficult situations in their life. Okay, so this is kind of like calling this out as a heads up. Okay. And again, this is where they want you to focus on what you've been focusing on. I feel like this person needs to do it themselves, whatever they're experiencing, whatever they need to experience, it's for them. Like they have to be the one that, you know, is responsible for their experience here. And I feel like if anything, like there is resources out there. You can't always help everybody is what I'm getting. There's some people that you're aligned to help and some you're not. I feel like there is like 3 of Cups here. As well as, you know, I feel like there is this like group, okay? There is this collective. There are those who are there to support you. All right, so maybe there's a calling for you to kind of like find a group, join a group, create a group where you can have some like-minded souls that you can celebrate with, like a community of friends. I feel like there's like many people that are experiencing the challenges of life, and I feel like you're not alone in this. And so it's like you attracting your tribe, okay? Also, okay. And then we have the High Priestess. Powerful psychic abilities and insights, reflection and meditation that provides valuable information, be at peace. Yeah, so you're helping. This is like mentioning like, you know, you've been through it yourself, okay? This is you maybe experiencing some of the things that they've experienced. And so you bring a specific perspective to the table, one that has, you know, enlightenment, getting like a spiritual awakening. There's some sort of like neutrality, objectivity here. Maybe not so much a biased perspective. It's, you know, and then I have the 5 of Pentacles. So it's kind of like you're helping a community kind of sort some of these things out in life, right? So that they can enjoy what's rightfully theirs, right? So they can have, you know, beautiful, happy announcements regarding their relationships or children, and just how they can improve their own relationships with others. I feel like there's some sort of, you know, information that you share, maybe, you know, with a friend group, maybe at lunch with a friend, maybe they're going through it, and, you know, you're such a beautiful person, and you share your experiences with them so that they can gain a similar perspective or have a new perspective maybe that they need to have the advice on. So I feel like this is beautiful. I feel like you're sharing that. Again, here's this King of Swords. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity. A situation that calls for honest and open communication. Yeah, I feel like sometimes you do hold back sometimes because not everybody can know like all of the things, but you do speak from a place of integrity. And I feel like this is like Archangel Michael, like you are a messenger of God, okay? You are a light worker, you are of service, and I feel like you speak your truth. Like you're a very authentic person. I feel like there's respect here. Okay. Respect. I love that. I love that that ended the way it ended. All right. So this is your reading, guys. I hope it was fun. It's always fun for me. I love doing these. And we have our circle today at 3. I don't even know what time it is now, but so if you haven't signed up, just go to the website and give me your email and I will send you the invitation. Let's see, anything else? No, that's it. I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing day. Take care now.